Former Finance Secretary dismisses current THE's call for more money. Tobago Business Chamber wants ease of doing business in Trinidad and Tobago to be made a priority. Hotel and Tourism Association meets with Tourism Secretary, and OWTU installs new Tobago officers at TN Tech Tobago. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 2nd October 2024. Former Finance Secretary Joel Jack has dismissed the current THA administration's calls for increased allocations from the national budget, citing a lack of transparency in how funds have been managed over the past 3 years. Speaking on the Minority Report last night, Jack argued that given the country's financial challenges and the absence of accountability from the Farley Augustine-led administration, the THA should not expect more than the minimum allowance. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Former Finance Secretary Joel Jack expressed confusion over how an administration that has struggled with public accountability could expect the central government to allocate 5.8% of the national budget for fiscal 2025 to the THA.
And I have looked in shock, in unbelief. Here is someone who promised transparency and accountability, but in each of his budget statements, successive budget statements, I believe 3 to date, we have seen no accountability with respect to the funding received from central government, no accountability with respect to what is the balance in the contingencies.
Jack criticized the THA for lacking clear plans and direction on how they intend to drive Tobago's development. He urged the Chief Secretary, Farley Augustine, and the Executive Council to be more realistic about the country's economic challenges before requesting additional funds.
But prior to that, we are managing scarce resources, and a prudent Tobago administration would appreciate the challenges nationally. And you know, sometimes a child coming to mommy, I want this, mommy, I want that, and you ain't get it and you want to make noise? No.
The former Finance Secretary highlighted that the country's economic situation is projected to improve starting in 2027 as revenue from the recent Dragon gas deal begins to materialize.
And this cry, this hopeless cry, to me, it is a smoke screen. It is. Because when you look at the numbers tell me that something is going on there that we will see coming out over the next 2 fiscal periods. And I am concerned, as all Tobagonians should be, with what is happening in the Tobago House of Assembly.
Addressing complaints about inadequate developmental funding for Tobago, Jack noted that this issue is not new. As Finance Secretary for 8 years, he managed this challenge by reallocating funds from the recurrent budget to address the island's needs.
We received approximately annually over 70% of our recurrent expenditure. The challenge historically has been on the DP side. And he said, listen, let us restrict recurrent, because recurrent, we need to invest in productive goods, in capital goods to develop the island.
Jack stated that his administration operated prudently with fewer funds while ensuring the private sector had room to grow. He believes that the gains have regressed over the past 3 years under the current administration. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
While economists and experts analyze the measures in Monday's national budget, Martin George, chairman of the Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, is calling for focus on improving the ease of doing business. According to the World Bank, Trinidad and Tobago ranks 105 globally in this area. Despite Finance Minister Con Imbert repeatedly mentioning initiatives like TT Biz Link as improvements, George insists that the experience remains frustrating for business owners.
You look at sometimes the inanity and stupidity of some of the requests and stipulations that we are faced with by government departments and some of the, places you have to try to do business with. The Registrar General's office, the company's registry, customs, immigration, and National Insurance Board, BIR offices, and the requirements and requests and the red tape, they make it so cumbersome.
George stated that it is almost as though the government wants to frustrate citizens in their effort to do business. He also pointed out that the government also makes importing goods an arduous process, which ultimately inflates costs on the retail market.
The difficulties with the customs, with the port itself, the shippers, the demurrage, the duty, everything that you are called upon to pay. So it really adds to a very cumbersome, onerous and burdensome process simply to try to do business in Trinidad and Tobago.
George wants the government to prioritize the ease of doing business if it is serious about diversifying the economy and allowing citizens to reap the benefits of a free market economy. On Tuesday, October 1st, 2024, the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association held a meeting with Councillor Tasha Boris, the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation at the Mount Irving Resort. The session focused on some of Tobago's tourism industry, with much of the discussion framed around the recently presented 2025 national budget. Key areas of focus included developing cruise tourism, improving the quality of the island's room stock, and advancing training opportunities through the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Institute. Airlift was also a critical point of discussion. Both parties agreed to develop a collaborative working plan to enhance the quality of Tobago's tourism product and to create more opportunities for stakeholders. Alpha Lord, president of THTA, highlighted the significance of the meeting, stating that it was a successful one with key stakeholders in Tobago's tourism industry on charting the way forward for Tobago. She continued that despite the lack of financial support from the central government and ongoing challenges with Caribbean Airlines, the THTA remains committed to developing Tobago with the resources available. Lord further expressed optimism, commending Secretary Boris for her commitment to assisting where possible. The meeting concluded with Councillor Boris reaffirming her commitment to advocating for all stakeholders in the industry. We take a short break and come back with more. Do stay with us.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Dream 2024, the Black Onyx. Tobago, are you ready? Introducing for the first time on the Dream stage, the King of Steam himself, Young Breda, alongside DJ Hottie.
Yo, it's all about the 5th of October in Tobago Show Park. It's all about Dream. Shout out to Mighty Crush, Young Breda. DJ Hottie. We're gonna be there live and alive. You're gonna make it steamy. Oh, everybody, right on, come on. Mad enough. Who does that?
Dream 2024. It's happening Saturday, October 5th at Shore Park Complex, Tobago from 11:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. Get ready to live the dream.
Welcome back. The Central Executive of the Oil Workers Trade Union, OWTU, installed new officers at the TNTEC Tobago branch today. On the heels of a power outage in Guyana during a CPL game, President General of the OWTU, Ansel Roger, remarked that the TNTEC workers in Tobago deserve to be treated with respect.
And therefore we are saying that, listen, the TNTEC comrades, the TNTEC workers deserve to be treated with utmost respect for the commodity that they produce. That is electricity upon which everybody depends.
Officers of all branches in Trinidad were installed over the weekend. According to Roger, the installation of Tobago officers encourages members who elected them to support them in the fight that is required at this time. He stated that the pressure Tobago workers feel is 10 times more than what is felt in Trinidad. Roger is calling for fair negotiations and to stop contracting out of jobs, which leads to corruption.
Negotiations ensure that there are proper PPEs and so on, materials and spare. Stop the contracting out of jobs, which only invites corruption in the system.
When asked about his thoughts on the recently concluded 2025 budget, Roger said that it was not worker-friendly or people-friendly and that it justified hardships.
But that is not a budget that is worker-friendly or people-friendly. The minister would have spent, 5 hours, 4.25 of which is only fluff and fluff and fluff. And a bit of a trying to justify the hardship that people will put through for the last 9 years. And therefore we reject that outright.
The Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association issued a press release expressing concern over the allocation of the 2025 national budget for Tobago's tourism sector. While welcoming the government's plans to boost hotel room stock, the THTA noted that similar promises in the past failed to materialize. The association also criticized the imbalance between the $56 million allocated for repairs at Magdalena Grand Beach and Gulf Resort and the $42 million allocated for destination marketing, calling the latter inadequate. THTA highlighted the need for greater investment in the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute and stricter regulation for the villa rental and Airbnb markets. The association remains cautiously optimistic, but believes more should be done to promote tourism as a key economic driver. While special guests Alex Job Thomas and A.J. Allen joined Dwayne Nurse and Natalia Nances on a morning program for a youth perspective on the 2025 national budget, which Finance Minister Colm Imbert presented on Monday. The general consensus among the panelists was that Tobago's allocation was insufficient to address the island's needs. Thomas expressed his concern regarding the $10 million owed to the THA as highlighted by Finance Secretary Pesalan Roberts.
That is injustice because why you are waiting until the 30th of September to not give us the full allocation? Mm-hmm. And as far as I am aware, according to the Finance Secretary, Mrs. Roberts, we are owed $10 million still. And I would like to know, over the years, where did the money go? That is the questions people need to be asking.
Allen questioned the potential consequences of the minimum wage increase.
We have an increase in the minimum wage. Is it that we're going to decrease the cost of transporting goods in between Trinidad and Tobago? We already have a $50 change fee as it pertains to the airline and flights. Is $2 or does $2 offset this $50 change fee?
Meanwhile, Nurse believes more needs to be done for Tobago's development.
Right, we need to consider the developmental trajectory for Tobago, and I'm saying if we care about Tobago, we ought not to, and if we are proactive about giving Tobago autonomy, right, we cannot. Your argument cannot be. My only option cannot be that you're going to wait until a bill is passed to give us more money, right?
Other critical matters that arose during the discussion were the allocation of the revenue generated from the sale of the vessel that caused the catastrophic oil spill disaster in Tobago and the need for the enhancement of Tobago's public transportation services. You're watching the Tobago Updates television news. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Do more, live more.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Attention soldiers, are you ready for the ultimate mission for Tobago Carnival? It's time to gear up for Army Fed Operation Rocks Glow.
I feel like I'm running tongue again. No place like home. Go down in the center, go down in the center,
We're taking the vibes out to the countryside, where a premier cast of live entertainment will be pumping all night long. Army Fed Operation Rocks Glow. Join us on Thursday, 24th October at the Sid Grace Sporting Complex, Roxborough, for the high-energy Wear White Soca Bashment Rocks Glow. Army Fed Tobago. Operation Rocks Glow.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Swap done. Track 7. Tobago, have a plan.
Let me go now. Yes. Yes. Let me go.
If you want life in the islands, come through Tobago. Come through Tobago. Escape Tobago. If you want vibes in the islands, come through Tobago. Come through Tobago. Escape Tobago. Wanted this all of my life. One place with all of my likes. Everything that I need is all on the island. You can come in, stay more than a while. So go get your friends, bring something, and pack up your bag, let's go. If you're looking elsewhere, na 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 na. If you're going elsewhere, na na na.
A percentage of the funds made by the hosting of the 2024 Capture the Flag tournament was donated to Scarborough Secondary School. $34,000 was presented to the acting vice principal of the school, Ronette Reed-Gillan, at a short ceremony on Tuesday, October 1st. This donation will support general improvement, the creative departments, and new sports uniforms. SSS Alumni President Kevin McKenna highlighted the community spirit behind the tournament, while Reed-Gillan expressed gratitude, noting the positive impact on students' development. The committee is already planning the tournament's 10th anniversary next year. Well, after the Trinbago Knight Riders were defeated by the Barbados Royals, frustrated TKR fans were accused of foul play. The match, which took place at the Providence Stadium in Guyana, was delayed for over 2 hours due to malfunctioning lights, sparking controversy. At the time of the delay, the Barbados Royals were on the brink of elimination. When play resumed, the match was decided by the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method, which gave the Royals 5 overs to chase down 60 runs. The Royals successfully met the target, knocking the Knight Riders out of the tournament and angering TKR supporters across the Caribbean, many of whom are now demanding a rematch. Fans were particularly disheartened because Nicholas Pooran, TKR's star batsman, was on the verge of his second CPL century, standing at 91 not out of 60 balls when the lights failed. Many supporters are questioning the timing of the lights returning, suggesting it may have been orchestrated to favor the Royals. The Barbados Royals advance to Sunday's finals, where they will face the winner of the Guyana Amazon Warriors versus St. Lucia Kings. Well, our weather report is next. Stay with us.
One thing to kill you, so what everybody had a dead. Don't knock it until you try it. Rum sweet. Run out. Hey, the biggest and sexy.
Now here what's going on. You see this section? It makes me feel to move. You know why? It's called Pina Colada. I like Pina Colada.
Oh. Bleed, forget just the girl them crave for. They really need it too. When you play with
oh my goodness, and as the name says, it is as creamy as it's sweet.
I never wanna leave, cause the drinks them running for throw. Cause I really feel a vibe every time I start to ride down on a band like this, man, it's nothing like this, not you be like you, forget job, I say, something and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, you know I never stop.
This is Pina Colada, something nice with a little bit of spice, and of course, not once, but we're gonna do it twice.
Tell a cruise, make the border.
We are on the road with Pina Colada. Boom, boom.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
For the weather update from the TNT Met Office, tonight generally fair despite the odd overnight or early morning shower. Temperatures will drop to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, generally hot and sunny, despite the likelihood of a few showery spells favoring the mid-morning to afternoon period. A mostly fair night is expected. Temperatures will rise to 33 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 37 degrees. Tomorrow's sea conditions are expected to be slight to occasionally moderate, with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. The sunrise is at 5:51 and the sunset at 5:51. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Former Finance Secretary dismisses current THA's call for more money. Tobago Business Chamber wants ease of doing business in Trinidad and Tobago to be made a priority. Hotel and Tourism Association meets with Tourism Secretary, and OWTU installs new Tobago officers at TNTech Tobago. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.